Do you remember the 2012 prediction that the world would end, according to the Mayan calendar? We pictured towering waves swallowing coastlines, the Earth splitting in half, and meteors crashing from the sky. But, as we know, it never happened. Yet the question of Earth's fate still lingers. From ancient prophecies to modern anxieties about climate change, humanity has always been drawn to the idea of our planet's end. So, when will it really happen? What will be the cause of our demise? Is the end already unfolding around us, or do we still have time to change the course of our future? Join us as we explore the most fascinating theories, predictions, and possibilities about the fate of our world. For centuries, us humans have looked to the heavens, their scriptures, and the world around us to predict the end of the world. These predictions, shaped by cultural fears and beliefs, have often sparked both wonder and anxiety. One of the most well-known theories came from the ancient Mayans, a civilization renowned for its advanced knowledge of astronomy and timekeeping. They created the long count calendar, which tracked time in cycles lasting thousands of years. According to this calendar, a major cycle was set to end on December 21st, 2012. Unfortunately, this transition was misunderstood by many as a prophecy of apocalyptic destruction. Rumors spread, imagining catastrophic events like earthquakes, meteor strikes, and a world plunged into darkness. As we shift from these ancient predictions rooted in celestial cycles, we also find religious texts across cultures offering their own visions of the world's end, reflecting both fear and moral lessons. In Christianity, the Book of Revelation describes the apocalypse, a time of divine judgment, where disasters, plagues, and wars ravage the earth, culminating in a final battle between good and evil. Similarly, Islam's Day of Qiyamah, or Judgment Day, tells of the world's destruction and the judgment of all souls for their deeds. While Hinduism speaks of cycles of creation and destruction, where the universe dissolves into chaos before being reborn. Ancient myths about the world's end were shaped by imagination and belief, but modern science offers a much more serious view, one grounded in the inevitable forces of the universe. Take our sun, for example. This star that sustains life on Earth won't burn forever. In about 5 billion years, it will exhaust its hydrogen fuel and swell into a massive red giant, engulfing the inner planets, including Earth. As its outer layers consume the Earth, oceans will boil, and the land will burn to ash, leaving behind a lifeless husk of a planet. While this fate is far in the future, and surely we will not be alive by that time, it still serves as a stark reminder that even the forces that sustain us have a finite lifespan. Another cosmic possibility are the catastrophic threats from space. An asteroid impact, like the one that wiped out the dinosaurs 66 million years ago, could strike again the planet. Though rare, smaller asteroids could cause regional devastation, and space agencies like NASA are working to detect and deflect these potential dangers. But the universe is full of even greater cosmic threats. A nearby supernova could unleash radiation strong enough to strip away Earth's atmosphere, leaving it barren, while a black hole could tear the planet apart if we ever drifted too close. Some scientists even speculate about a more terrifying end, in which they called the Big Rip, where dark energy could tear apart everything in the universe, leaving only a cold, empty void. While these events seem distant and improbable, they serve as a reminder of the immense, uncontrollable forces at play beyond our planet. As we step away from cosmic threats and ancient predictions, the most pressing dangers today lie much closer to home, dangerous realities of our own making. These modern doomsday scenarios reveal a much realistic possibility, in which humanity itself could very well be the architect of its own downfall. One of the most debated fears of our time is the rise of artificial intelligence, or AI. While AI has brought significant advancements to our daily lives, some experts warn that its potential to spiral out of control could pose catastrophic risks. Imagine a future where highly intelligent machines no longer align with human goals, making decisions that harm society or render humans obsolete. Whether through unintended consequences or deliberate misuse, The possibility of an AI takeover is an alarming reminder of the need for strict safeguards to ensure that technology remains a tool for progress, not destruction. Equally terrifying is the threat of nuclear war. Since the development of nuclear weapons, the power to annihilate entire cities, and perhaps the planet itself, has been in our hands. The world has already seen the devastation nuclear warfare can cause, but the scale of modern arsenals magnifies the risk. A full-scale conflict could trigger a nuclear winter, blocking sunlight and causing global famine, pushing the world toward extinction with a single catastrophic decision. Pandemics and biological threats are yet another very real danger we face. The COVID-19 pandemic showed us how vulnerable our interconnected world is to rapidly spreading diseases. But the threat doesn't stop there. More deadly viruses, antibiotic-resistant bacteria, or even bioweapons could wreak havoc, causing widespread destruction and societal collapse. While many apocalyptic scenarios seem like distant nightmares, the truth is that the end of the world isn't a single catastrophic event. It's already unfolding gradually, driven by human activity. One of the clearest and most urgent signs of the world's gradual decline is climate change, now one of the greatest threats we face. Its impacts are no longer distant warnings, they are happening now. As we burn fossil fuels, greenhouse gases trap heat in the atmosphere, causing global temperatures to rise. This warming is melting glaciers, rising sea levels, and intensifying extreme weather events. The consequences are already devastating. Coastal cities are sinking, wildfires are spreading uncontrollably, and millions of people are being forced to flee their homes. Rising sea levels threaten to displace entire populations, particularly in low-lying regions and island nations. Without immediate action, vast parts of the Earth could become uninhabitable, leaving humanity increasingly vulnerable to climate-driven disasters. NASA reports that since the late 19th century, global temperatures have risen by approximately 1.2 degrees Celsius. If this trend continues, scientists warn that up to 3 billion people, about 40% of the world's population, could face extreme, unlivable heat within the next few decades. In addition to the growing threat of climate change, deforestation and the loss of biodiversity are speeding up the planet's decline. Forests, which regulate the climate and produce oxygen, are being cleared at an alarming rate. The World Wildlife Fund, or WWF, reports that nearly 10 million hectares of forest are lost every year, pushing countless species toward extinction. Meanwhile, pollution is also choking our oceans with plastic waste, creating vast dead zones where marine life can no longer thrive. Rivers and lakes are contaminated, and air quality is worsening, especially in urban areas. The UN warns that over 80% of wastewater is released into the environment untreated, further polluting our water sources. Compounding these threats is the depletion of resources. As the global population grows, we're using natural resources faster than the Earth can replenish them. Aquifers are drying up. Forests can't regenerate quickly enough, and our reliance on fossil fuels continues to strain the planet's ability to sustain life. This slow unraveling isn't something that will happen far off in the future, it's happening right now. While many scientific and historical predictions paint a grim picture of the world's end, the truth is that its timeline isn't written in stones. The end may not come from a single event, but rather from a slow unraveling caused by human actions. Or it could be triggered by something entirely beyond our control, like an unexpected cosmic phenomenon. A massive asteroid impact, a supernova, or even a gamma-ray burst could bring sudden devastation to Earth in ways we can't predict. However, the threats we face today, climate change, biodiversity loss, pollution, and resource depletion, are within our control. These crises are the results of human activity, but that also means we hold the power to change course. By addressing these challenges head-on, reducing carbon emissions, protecting ecosystems, and making sustainable choices in our daily lives, we can delay, mitigate, or even prevent some of the worst-case scenarios. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey as we explore the potential end of the world and the forces shaping our planet's future. If you enjoyed exploring interesting stories with us, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. What topics do you want us to dive into next? Let us know in the comments. Join us as we get animated about science here at Animated Science.